President Trump heading to Philadelphia to attend the NCAA Wrestling Championships, one of several major sporting events he's attended since returning to the Oval Office. Trump has appeared at the Daytona 500 and recently became the first sitting president to attend the Super Bowl. He's also a longtime wrestling fan, and he's been making the sport central to his campaign promise he delivered on last month by signing an executive order banning biological men from women's sports. News Nation's Libbey Dean is live at the White House. So, Libbey, how is this upcoming trip being received by the city?
Yeah, Philadelphia, definitely a Democratic stronghold. And Pennsylvania, you'll remember, was one of those must-win states for President Trump during this last election. Of course, we did ultimately see him secure victory in that battleground state. But Philadelphia, as I mentioned, this deep blue city that Harris won and Trump lost, that is where President Trump is going to be today. Now, it's likely that the president is going to get a warmer welcome at the NCAA Wrestling Championships that he's attending tonight than he will from the city itself, from Philadelphia, because it is, as I mentioned, a deep blue city. Now, here's what the president is saying ahead of his visit later tonight.
They have the NCAA World Wrestling for college, and I've always supported the wrestlers, so I want to support them. These are the great college wrestlers from the various schools. I think Penn State is leading, and Nebraska's in second place right now, and a lot of good things.
President Trump has attended the NCAA Wrestling Championships in the past, but this is the first time since he returned to the Oval Office for his second term. And it's also the first time since he signed that executive order that bars transgender women from competing in women's sports. Now, this is something, that executive order was something that the NCAA was very quick to applaud and jump on board with. We got a statement from the NCAA president, Charlie Baker, who stated, "We strongly believe that clear, consistent, and uniform eligibility standards would best serve today's student athletes instead of a patchwork of conflicting state laws and court decisions." That's the NCAA's president there, who was backing Trump's executive order barring women from competing, transgender women from competing in women's sports. Now, one other thing we're going to be keeping an eye out for, Kelly, tonight is who is going to be sitting next to President Trump, who's in his entourage. Now, we know Representative Jim Jordan is going to be there with him, as well as Senator Dave McCormick. But also, the White House press secretary tells me that Elon Musk will be there as well. And that's all ahead of this cabinet meeting that they've got on Monday, that being the next big thing on President Trump's schedule. We'll see if Elon Musk attends that as well.
Yeah, all moving fast. All right, Libbey Dean, thank you for joining us.
Thanks so much for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.